What if I told you that attracting money has less to do with hard work and more to do with how you think? Yes, your thoughts, beliefs, and inner dialogue are silently deciding whether money flows into your life or stays far away. Dr. Joseph Murphy, a pioneer in the power of the subconscious mind, believed that every person is destined to live abundantly, not just spiritually or emotionally, but materially too. You weren't born to struggle with money. You were born to grow, flourish, and live richly in every sense of the word. In this summary of how to attract money, you'll discover how to reprogram your mind to welcome wealth, remove hidden beliefs that repel prosperity, and create a life where money becomes your ally, not your enemy. If you've ever felt that you deserve more, but something keeps holding you back, stay with this summary. The shift begins now, and it starts from within. Your right to be rich. Let's begin with a powerful truth. You have the right to be rich, not just in spirit, not just in kindness, but in the material world too. You were born to grow, to expand, and to enjoy the fullness of life. That includes living in comfort, experiencing beauty, and having more than enough money to meet your needs and desires. Yet many people hold themselves back from prosperity without even realizing it. They've been taught since childhood that money is somehow dirty, or that wanting to be rich is selfish or wrong. Phrases like, money is the root of all evil, or rich people are greedy, creep into their thinking and quietly poison their chances of financial success. But here's the truth. There is no virtue in poverty. Just like a disease weakens the body, a poverty mindset weakens the soul. If you were physically sick, you'd seek treatment. So why do we hesitate to seek healing when we're financially unwell? You weren't born to live in lack. You were born to overcome, to thrive, and to express yourself fully. That includes living a life where money flows easily, without guilt or fear. Now, some people argue money causes people to kill or steal. But money in itself isn't the problem. It's how people use it. Think about it. Electricity can light up a home or harm someone. Water can nourish life or destroy it in a flood. The problem isn't with the tool. It's with the intention behind it. The same goes for money. It's not evil. It's neutral. It takes on the energy you give it. Of course, if you become obsessed with money, if you chase it at the expense of everything else, you'll end up off balance. Life isn't meant to be a one-track race for wealth. You're here for more than that. You're here to enjoy peace, love, joy, health, and purpose. Money is just one piece of that bigger picture. You can absolutely desire millions and still have harmony in your life. The key is balance. Think of money as a symbol, a reflection of abundance, beauty, and divine expression. When used wisely, money becomes a powerful force for good. It can heal, build, uplift, and bless others in countless ways. Here's an important truth. Wealth is not something outside of you. It begins inside. It's a mindset, a consciousness. A wealthy person sees money like the tide. It may go out, but it always comes back. That faith in an unending supply is what creates real financial freedom. So how do you develop that kind of mindset? Start by calming your thoughts. Find a peaceful moment, especially before bed, where your mind is quiet and receptive. In that relaxed state, begin to reflect on deeper truths. Ask yourself, where does money truly come from? Where do ideas come from? What is the source of all abundance? If you follow that path inward, you will be led back to a single truth. Everything begins in the mind. Now try this. Say to yourself slowly, several times a day, especially before sleep, money is forever circulating freely in my life, and there is always a divine surplus. Don't just repeat the words. Feel them. Let them sink in. As you do this consistently, you'll start to rewire your subconscious mind. You'll build what Dr. Murphy calls a wealth consciousness, a deep inner belief that you are worthy of prosperity, and that money is drawn to you naturally. And once that belief becomes part of you, you'll see your outer world begin to change. Mind acceptance. Have you ever tried affirmations like, I am rich, or I am successful, but nothing changed, and maybe things even got worse? It's frustrating, right? The truth is, it's not because affirmations don't work, it's because your subconscious mind, the real driver of your life, wasn't buying it. When you're deep in financial stress, saying, I'm wealthy, might actually trigger the opposite feeling. Something inside you whispers, no, you're not. You're broke. That inner conflict cancels out your words. You feel lack more strongly than abundance, and your subconscious responds to that dominant emotion, not the positive words. So how do you fix that? You begin with what your mind can accept without resistance. Instead of forcing a belief you don't truly feel, start with affirmations that feel possible. Say things like, I'm improving every day. Money is beginning to flow into my life. I'm growing in wisdom, wealth, and confidence. These statements don't create inner conflict. They build momentum, and your subconscious begins to align with the truth that you're moving forward, even if it's step by step. Imagine a struggling salesperson with just a few coins in his pocket. It might be hard for him to believe he's rich, but it's easy for him to believe, tomorrow I could make more. And with that belief, the door begins to open. Here's something powerful you can try. Stand in front of a mirror each day, calm, relaxed, and simply repeat 3 words: health, wealth, success. Don't say, I'm healthy, or I am wealthy. Just speak the words themselves. These abstract ideas won't trigger resistance. Your mind stays open, and slowly, those words start to sink in and shape your reality. Let me share a true story. A young man in Australia dreamed of becoming a surgeon, but he had no money and hadn't even finished high school. To survive, he cleaned doctors' offices, washed windows, and did odd jobs. But every night before bed, he imagined a diploma with his name on it, bold, clear, framed on the wall. That image became etched in his mind. Over time, one of the doctors noticed him, appreciated his dedication, and offered to mentor him. That doctor paid for his education all the way through college. That young boy eventually became a respected surgeon in Canada, all because he held a clear vision of what he wanted, even when his reality said otherwise. His story is proof wealth begins in the mind. Your success isn't limited by your past, your bank account, or who you know. It's limited by your belief. Dr. Murphy himself used these ideas. He once imagined one of his books, The Magic of Faith, being translated into French. Each night, he visualized the French version in his hands. A few weeks later, a publisher from Paris reached out, asking to release the book in French-speaking countries. Coincidence? Or was his mind planting seeds that bloomed in reality? Everything starts within. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are constantly shaping your outer world. The way you feel about yourself, your worth, your talents, your future directly influences the life you're creating. But here's a trap to avoid. Never envy another person's wealth. When you see someone succeed, bless them. Celebrate their success as if it were your own. Why? Because when you resent others, when you judge or gossip about those who rise above you, you block your own blessings. You plant bitterness where you should be planting faith. Some people pray for prosperity with their lips, but secretly curse the success of others in their hearts. That contradiction destroys their progress. You don't need to cheat or take from anyone to prosper. True wealth lifts everyone. But if you steal, whether through action or emotion, you only rob yourself of peace, of joy, of health. So when someone in your company gets promoted, congratulate them. When a friend achieves something great, celebrate them. Their success is not your loss. It's a reminder that prosperity is possible for you too. Let this be your prayer each day. The same divine presence that guides the planets, that lights the sun, is watching over my life, my home, my work, and all that belongs to me. If you're facing a financial problem, don't go to bed worried. Instead, say, I now release this burden to divine wisdom. I trust that the answer will rise with the sun. Just as the sunrise never fails, neither will the solution. Let your sleep be peaceful, not filled with fear. Let your heart rest, knowing that something greater is already working behind the scenes. When you hunger, you seek food. When you're tired, you seek rest. And when your soul longs for prosperity, it's a sign. It means abundance is your birthright. So remind yourself daily, God is the source of my supply. That supply is mine now. I give my talents freely, and I am divinely and abundantly compensated. Thank you, God. Repeat that with faith, not just from your mouth, but from your heart. And soon, you'll see how your inner world shapes your outer reality. The road to riches. Let's be clear. True riches aren't found in your wallet or in the bank. They're in your mind. You could lose your possessions, your job, even your home. But if you still carry the belief, the knowledge, and the drive to create, then your wealth is untouched. Dr. Joseph Murphy tells the story of a physician who once had his diploma and equipment stolen. But did that ruin him? Number. Because his ability to diagnose, heal, and teach lived inside him. The real treasure was never the paper. It was his mind. This is what changing water into wine really means. In the Bible, wine symbolizes fulfilled desires, dreams realized, goals achieved. And water represents your consciousness, your mental state. Just like water takes the shape of its container, your life takes the shape of your beliefs. If you want a life full of success, peace, and abundance, you must pour those beliefs into your mind. Let's look at a real story from Dr. Murphy's files. A young woman ran a successful salon, but life turned against her. Her mother became seriously ill, 2 employees embezzled from her, and she lost everything: her business, her home, even the ability to pay for her mother's care. She was overwhelmed with bitterness. "Look at me," she cried. "I've lost everything. It's a cruel world." She had stopped praying, stopped believing. She was at war with the world, but more importantly, she was at war with herself. That's when Dr. Murphy introduced her to a deeper truth. The only real battle is the one within your mind. To change her outer world, she had to resolve the conflict inside. Prayer, he explained, is more than begging for change. It's a union of thought and feeling, like a spiritual marriage. When you align your desires with your faith, when you think and feel the outcome together, miracles can begin. This woman took his advice and followed a powerful mental formula. 1. Every night, She would visualize her bank manager congratulating her on her new financial success. She imagined it so vividly she could hear his voice. 2. Then she would imagine her mother saying, "I'm so proud of you and your new position." She felt the warmth of those words deep in her heart. 3. And lastly, she saw herself walking down the aisle, getting married in a church, smiling, happy, and free. At first, nothing changed. In fact, things got worse. But she kept going, refusing to let doubt win. And then, something amazing happened. Within just a few weeks, she got married. And as a wedding gift, she received a check for $24,000. Her life took a complete turn. She had transformed her reality by changing the water in her mind into the wine of experience. Here's the lesson. When you're faced with negativity or fear, don't argue with it. Don't panic. Instead, go back to your inner power and affirm, "All my needs are divinely supplied. There is a divine surplus in my life. God's wealth is my wealth." You are the captain of your mind, and your thoughts are the commands. Where your thoughts go, your life follows. So picture this. Imagine receiving incredible financial news. You feel excited, alive, grateful. You can almost hear someone saying, "Congratulations, you've done it." That image, that emotion, that inner joy, it's not just fantasy. It's the fuel that drives your subconscious mind to bring that reality into form. Whatever life you want to live, whether it's peace, abundance, love, or joy, you must marry it. You must fully commit. Not flirt with it once in a while, and then let fear, doubt, jealousy, and anxiety take over. When you fully claim the life you desire, when you think it, feel it, believe it, that's when the transformation begins. Self-discipline and clear goals. So far, we've talked about beliefs, affirmations, visualization, and the power of the subconscious mind. But there's one more ingredient that brings it all together: self-discipline. You see, even the most powerful thoughts, the most vivid dreams won't lead you to wealth unless you direct your energy with intention. Desire alone isn't enough. You must take deliberate steps day after day to align your actions with your inner vision. This is where self-discipline becomes your greatest tool. Dr. Murphy reminds us that discipline isn't about forcing or punishing yourself. It's about training your mind to stay focused, to stay faithful, and to follow through, even when doubts creep in, even when progress seems slow. You must become someone who wakes up with purpose, someone who no longer waits for the perfect time, but creates it. You don't just wish for wealth, you work toward it with clarity and confidence. That starts with setting clear goals. A vague desire like, "I want more money," won't move your subconscious into action. But a focused statement like, "I am building a successful design business," or "I am earning $1,000 per month doing what I love," creates a powerful image that your mind can accept and respond to. Write your goals down. Visualize them every morning. Speak them out loud. Feel them as if they're already true. That combination of thought, feeling, and consistent action will pull you closer to the reality you desire. And remember, every great change begins in the invisible realm of thought. Just like a seed grows underground before it breaks through the surface, your success begins within you before the world ever sees it. So choose to plant the right seeds. Discipline your thinking. Be honest about your habits. Do your part in the physical world, and trust that the spiritual laws will do theirs. This is the final road to riches, the quiet discipline of belief, backed by purposeful action. You are no longer waiting for wealth. You are becoming it. Now that you've listened to this summary of How to Attract Money by Dr. Joseph Murphy, take a moment to breathe and truly let it all sink in. You've learned that your thoughts are powerful beyond measure, that wealth is not something distant, it's already within you, waiting to be unlocked. You've discovered that money responds to your mindset, your emotions, and your beliefs, not your luck or your circumstances. Whether it's changing your relationship with money, overcoming deep-rooted fears, or simply affirming abundance each day, you have the power to change your reality. You are the captain of your life. Your words are the commands, and your subconscious mind is ready to respond. Remember, money is forever circulating freely in my life, and there is always a divine surplus. Repeat that until you feel it. Believe it until you live it. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this summary helped shift your thinking, uplifted your spirit, or gave you a new sense of purpose, please support this channel by giving this video a thumbs up, sharing it with someone who needs it, and subscribing for more powerful audiobook summaries like this. Let me know in the comments, what was the most valuable insight you took away today? I'd love to hear from you. And finally, never forget, you were born to live richly, not just in wealth, but in joy, love, peace, and purpose. Until next time, keep growing, keep believing, and keep walking the path of abundance.